Welcome everyone online. Our next speaker is Zeinab Azadbakht. She is the Timmins Region Resident Geologist of the Ministry of Northern Development and Mines. Zeinab will be highlighting Northeast Ontario's Critical Minerals Advanced Project. Zeinab, welcome.
Hello everyone, thank you for being here. I'm Zeinab, I'm the Regional Resident Geologist for Timmins and Sault Ste. Marie offices of the Resident Geologist program. So if you have any geological question, you have a rock you'd like to be identified, or any other kind of geological question, please do not hesitate to reach out. We have historical assessment work and also core at the core facility in Timmins office. So I would be more than happy to help you find what you're looking for. In terms of the Resident Geologist program, we are the public face of the Ontario Geological Survey. We provide information mainly to our clients. We also have a wide variety of range of databases available for free to our clients that you can download either on OGS Earth or on Geology Ontario. So if you go on Geology Ontario, we have the monthly report that summarizes all the mining and exploration activities for each of the districts that you can download and read through. We do property visits to help our clients understand the geology of their property. We send samples to our labs in Sudbury to be assayed for free, and we provide technical support. We also have the Ontario Mineral Inventory database that summarizes and lists all the mineral occurrences within the province. Then you can go online and look at them for free. We also have the assessment work files that are being updated every time, and there's a database that you can download and look at the assessment work for the township or the area you're interested in. Two of the most interesting new products that we have at the OGS is the OGS Focus that you see in the colored picture at the bottom. So it's in here. So basically what OGS Focus does, it runs through all the available databases that we have at the OGS, combine everything and create a color-coded map showing the best areas to do exploration. So if you're interested in, let's say, Victoria Township or like, let's say, Tinsdale Township, you go on the Google Earth, download this OGS Focus, open it up on Google Earth, and then zoom into Tinsdale, and then it gives you a color-coded map, and you can figure out which areas are best to invest in and do exploration. Our newest publication is OGS Geodatabase Listing. So I personally love this one because you go download this, either open it on ArcGIS or on Google Earth, and it gives you a complete list of all the databases that we have at the OGS with the links to download them. So you don't need to actually contact someone if you're looking for a map or an assessment work or a geological library database. You can actually do it yourself. We also produce annual report of activities for short ROA every year that summarizes all the like the exploration and mining activities that we have within each RGP district. It also includes all the property visits. If a sample being assayed, the assay results is going to be provided. And we also have a list of active plans and permits for each of the districts. It also includes our annual recommendations for exploration and a bunch of more information that would be handy. You can download this document for free following that link, or if you simply go online, look for the annual report of activities, punch in your year that you're looking for, and you can download it as a PDF file. Our newest annual report of activity is just been published on June 1st. So if you're interested to see what happened in Ontario, please go online and download the files. We also have recommendation for exploration. So every year, our district geologists and our resident geologists publish a recommendation for exploration, or RFE in short, highlighting the exploration targets within Ontario. Our recommendation for exploration for 2021 was published on January 31st. We first talked about it at the roundabout in Vancouver, and it's still publicly available. So if you're interested to see what are the highlights of the excursion and things that you can look into within Ontario, please go online and download our file. So moving on to Ontario Critical Mineral List. Originally, when Ontario released its critical mineral list, we had 30 elements and minerals on the list. We modified that list based on the feedback that we had from the public general, and then we increased our list to 33. So the three in blue, gallium, germanium, and scandium are the ones that we added to the list, and at the moment we are sitting on 33 elements and minerals in our critical mineral list. So gallium is the elements or the mineral that's mainly being used in LEDs and integrated circuits. Cool thing about gallium is that if you hold it in your hand, it would actually melt, and you can actually see a picture of it in here. Germanium is mainly being used in fiber optics. It's pretty rare, and that's one of the reasons that we have it on critical mineral list. And then moving on to the last, which would be a scandium, it's mainly being used in as an alloy mineral or element and in aerospace industry and also in fuel cells. And these are the pictures. So here is a map of Ontario showing the location of producing mines and significant projects for the critical mineral across Ontario. There are, at the moment, 10 producing mines that produce critical minerals. 8 are located in Sudbury. We have one in Timmins that I'm very proud of. We have Kidd Creek Mine that's being mined by and operated by Glencore in our camp. And then we have Lestat Eel that is being worked on by Impala, and is in Thunder Bay. We also have 15 advanced projects that are all shown on the map. So moving on to a map of Ontario showing the earliest stage of exploration activity maps for the critical mineral elements through Ontario. We have, by the end of 2021, we had 132 active projects. That includes 62 nickel, copper, PG, or platinum group elements, plus minus cobalt. There are 22 zinc copper projects, 17 cobalt projects, 13 lithium, 9 copper, and 2 niobium phosphate rare-earth deposits. So moving on to our districts, we are going to be talking about Sudbury, Timmins, and Kirkland Lake. In Sudbury, we have 3 advanced exploration projects regarding the critical mineral list. The first one is Victoria Project. The Victoria Project is 100% owned by KGHM International Limited. The property is located at the junction of the Sudbury Igneous Complex and the Waddington Offset Dikes, and it's located in the southern part of Denison Township. The operation at the Victoria mine originally began in 1899, and the company was Mon Nickel. They started mining it, and they went all through to 1923. The grade that they produced was almost 900,000 ounces of 2.99% copper and 2.12% nickel. So the main commodity of the Victoria project is copper nickel, and the byproducts of the project is gold, platinum, and palladium. The type of the mine that's being proposed is underground with the average mine life of 14 years with an annual production of 16 kilotons nickel and 18 kilotons of copper. So the plan for the mine is to extract the material and then ship them to Valley, and then at the Valley Clear Belt plant in Sudbury, everything is going to be processed and shipped out. So moving on to the River Valley PGM or Platinum Group Metals project, it's 100% owned by New Age Metal. It's located in Dana and Pardo Township, approximately 60 kilometers east of Sudbury. There is an updated mineral resource estimate that the company released in 2021. And in that report, they indicated the total measured and indicated resources of 89.6 million ton, grading at 0.54 gram per ton palladium, 0.21 gram per ton platinum, 0.04 gram per ton gold, and 0.1 gram % copper. So in this deposit, there are 10 zones of mineralized breccia that occurs along a 16-kilometer strike of the River Valley intrusion. The preliminary economic assessment of this project was released in 2019, and it talks about a probability of an open pit and the potential for an underground mining when they're done with the open pit, and then with the life mine of 14 years, and the production capacity of 6 million tons per year. At the moment, they're sitting on pre-feasibility study, and they're working through that. The image that I have here, it shows a piece of a core from one of the breccia showing the sulfides that have the PGM. Moving on to the last four in Sudbury, we're going to be talking about Bisic Creek project. Bisic Creek project is 100% owned and operated by Northern Graphite Corporation. It's located at Matro and Mario Township, approximately 300 kilometers northeast of the town, the city of Toronto. It's a graphite gneiss deposit, and 95% of the concentrates that comes from the deposit are very large in size. So they're large, extra large, and extra large in size, and they're flake graphite, which is pretty rare. So the total measured and indicated resource for this deposit is about 70 million ton grading at 1.74 carbon graphite percent and 1.2 million ton of in situ graphite. There are two proposed development plans for the project. The first is an open pit mine that would process about 2,500 tons per day, and then they would expand it to a double production after 3 years. There was an external independent research on the quality of the graphite to see if the graphite that is extracted from this deposit is being actually valuable and good for the electric vehicle battery industry. And the results show that the graphite is actually well suited for a battery market. They are easily purified to battery standards, and also the results demonstrate excellent performance of the material in the battery testing. So the image I have here shows the flake graphite in an outcrop in Bisic Creek project. Moving on to Kirkland Lake, we're going to talk about the Castle Silver property. It's 100% owned by Canada Silver Cobalt Work. It's located in Halton Township, 85 kilometers northwest of the historic cobalt silver mining camp. It used to be a former cobalt and silver producing mine. It has a historical background. The mine operated from 1917 to 1989, and its mine life, it has a documented total production of almost 9,500,000 ounces of silver and about 400,000 ounces of, pounds of cobalt from number 3 shaft. So the images that we have here, estimate shows the location of the silver and cobalt mineralization within the core. Here is an image of like 100% silver looking piece of core from the deposit, and they also have visible gold happening in part of their drilling program. So moving on to Timmins, we have two, Crawford and Albino Graphite. Crawford and the Canadian Nickel Company, they actually have a presentation in the afternoon, and they have a booth here in the convention. So if you're interested in their project, I highly recommend go talk to Mark and his group. So the Crawford Nickel project, it has started at Crawford, and then based on the result, they started to expand their land packages. So Crawford is located about 42 kilometers north of the city of Timmins. It's 100% owned by the Canadian Nickel Company, and there are two major things that I would like to mention about the project. So they have this non-binding memorandum of understanding with Glencore Canada to process the material at their facility. And they also have entered to a binding letter of intent with Noble Minerals Exploration to consolidate ownership of the high priority nickel target in McDermott Township. But if you are following the company, you see how many more news releases have been released since I've compiled my data here in this presentation. So please go to their booth or go online on their website and see their latest news releases. So the original plan for Crawford was the mine to have an over 25 years of mine life. And now with all these new projects and adding more to the resources, I'm expecting this to actually be more than that. And then the last one for Timmins is Albino graphite deposits. It's owned 100% by Zentech, which used to be Zen Graphene. During COVID, they changed their work type to graphite coated masks to prevent COVID, which proved actually working. And now with the price of graphite going up, the company is actually interested to go back to mining and mine the graphite out. So to give you a little bit of a background on the property, the Albino graphite deposit is located in Northeastern Ontario near the community of Constance Lake. And near Hearst, there are two large tubes of brecciated material that have very fine grain graphite in them that you can see in the image here. These two breccia pipe are very, very long. We have CN Tower here just to compare the size of these deposits. They are about 500 meter long each, and they're open at the bottom. They don't know what's actually beneath 500 meter. So they might be more. At the moment, they are interested to reevaluating the whole deposit to see how much it would worth if they want to sell it to the electric vehicle industry. So to conclude my presentation, there are 13 mineral projects that are in advanced exploration projects in Northeastern Ontario. The exploration is focusing mainly on gold, copper, nickel, silver, cobalt, PGE, and graphite, most of which are identified as critical mineral elements of both Canada and Ontario. The average project mining life for these projects are 17 years, and there are many more projects that are getting very, very close to the limit of advanced exploration projects. And these exploration projects that we have today will most probably be the mines of tomorrow. So here are contact information for Donna Mazzarenta, the Northeast Manager of Resident Geologist Program, and myself. So if you're interested in this presentation or you want more information on any of this deposit or you need help geological-wise, please do not hesitate to contact us. I would be more than happy to help. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions.
My question is over the past 5 or 6 years, the resident geologists in the different offices did not have money to go out on property visits. Mm-hmm. They couldn't even get in a truck and that. Is that going to be changing in the next couple of years?
Yes. So the reason for us not to go out wasn't us not having budget, it was the COVID restriction. So
no,
this
but
is
even before the 2 years or 3 years of COVID, mm-hmm. you had not visited any of the major projects or anything like that.
So
one of the things I noticed, because I was working with Moneta Gold, mm-hmm. nobody in the Kirkland Lake office came up to visit the project. When I was working at Bradshaw, nobody came from the Timmins office to go and visit the project, look at the core or anything like that.
Yeah,
so
I understand.
Yes, you were closed for 2 years so that even the prospectors couldn't come in and do research, but some of your files in the Timmins office aren't even digitally in the master base, so I always would go in and visit and go through and find different company files. So hopefully now that you're open, that will help. But you need to get out and talk to the geologists and give them ideas and prospectors on where to find these critical minerals. And that.
I completely understand your concern. Thank you very much. You good?
Thank you, Zeinab. The critical mineral strategy is pretty much key. I mean, we've always run on gold, and of course the base metals we have at the Kidd mine. Moving forward, the opportunity for the camp's immense. So thank you for that report. I think it was just great.